Open Polytechnic is the country's specialist open distance learning provider. We weren't getting enough science graduates because students weren't doing science at secondary school, and when we looked at why that was, it's because they'd been switched off at primary school.
The research says that the younger you inspire them and motivate them into engaging and finding science and maths courses as being fun and not scary, horrible, hard ones, the more likely they will take up science in secondary school.
We need good citizen scientists who go into business but understand the environment, who go into, say, sales but understand sustainability.
What we found was a lot of current primary school teachers have skills and expertise and a background in humanities and arts.
A lot of teachers have become hesitant in teaching science because they feel like they don't know enough. At school we have a leavers book, and at the end of the year 8 boys all write what they want to be when they're older. In the past, you're lucky if 1 or 2 out of 70-odd kids put down a science-based career.
In the 3 years that we've been delivering the graduate certificate in primary science, we've trained 300 primary school teachers, and that's across about 150 primary schools in New Zealand, right across the country. And we believe that that impact has been felt across probably about 10,000 school children. The delivery of the program into schools really aims to make a complete change to the way that science is taught. It's about exploration. It's about excitement. It's about let's investigate this together and see what's happening and why it's happening.
It's just a matter of seeing that science and mathematics everywhere in authentic context, so you can teach them through art, through music, through anything really.
Before I did the course, I was just a standard classroom teacher. Now I feel like I'm a science teacher.
I like exploding stuff. I like it when we do stuff with chemical reactions.
It's so hot. There's steam coming out of it.
Now I have a lot more understanding about chemical change, chemical processes. Think back when we talked about the yeast and yeast in bread. What does the yeast do? What's its job in bread?
It kind of puffs up.
We build rockets that shoot up into the sky and we make explosive things.
I guess all the cold air around you is rushing in at you, so maybe it would make it colder.
The thing about the online platform and the online programs is that our students can get together, whether that's through forums or through chat rooms, that they can engage with each other and they can share ideas, concepts, resources.
There's also people like me, as real life teachers, experienced teachers. At the end of a phone, there's Skype. So it's that mix of accessing through the internet resources, but also accessing people. I've just found this really good resource here. It's great because it's interactive. Just going down to the micrometer.
Part of the course is looking at lots of different things that the internet offers.
We're going to go down to a picometer, hemoglobin.
Once you're confident in your knowledge, then your enthusiasm increases. Your enthusiasm then becomes contagious.
I want you to put them together to make a simple circuit, make the light bulb go.
All the correct language, scientific language is used right from the word go. So I have 5-year-olds that know the names of all the components for electricity. They know acids and bases by name.
And check. Ah, we have it. So what do you think this is?
Battery.
And what do you think this is?
Switch.
And this one?
We believe the Primary Science Initiative in New Zealand is probably a world first. We looked at other areas where we could be involved in developing programs for primary school teachers. And obviously mathematics was the next one.
The mix of the hands-on practical work applies just the same to maths as it did to science. The idea that you have to have immediately relevant classroom material that teachers can use with their children also applies to maths.
I get a lot of kids popping in at lunchtime. I turned up at work one morning and there was a big dead spider on my desk with a note saying, "Mrs. Hawthorne, you might like this." It was very nice last year to hear from the principal that the last Leavers survey, the parents had scored science a lot higher than what they've ever done in the past.
I might like to be a scientist, like any kind of scientist maybe, a paleontologist.
We have this dream that in 20 years' time we'll see hundreds and hundreds of brilliant scientists in New Zealand, and they track it all back, that they were students of a teacher that did this graduate certificate in primary science.